Hey everybody, Jonathan August here in Cancun, Mexico, more specifically Playa Car Palace Resort. I'm actually leaving here in a few hours, and I just want to get one more stroll along the beach this morning before I left. I'll share a few thoughts with you, but here's a little bit of the ocean where I've been staying. It's awesome, really beautiful. So basically just how I got here was just utilizing, some of you who know me, something called the law of attraction and those principles. Recently I had a airplane voucher I needed to use from American Airlines, and because it's wintertime in New York City, where I live, it was getting really cold. So I needed to use my voucher and I wanted to fly somewhere warm. So I'm thinking, my thoughts, use my voucher, go somewhere warm. Not like an affirmation or a meditation or anything repeated over and over, but it would pop into my mind periodically, so I would be thinking about it. So I texted my friend over Thanksgiving, Kim. I didn't know where she was, just said happy Thanksgiving. She happened to be in Mexico, and she said she's coming back here in a few weeks, and she asked if I wanted to come along. And I was surprised because I know she had a family. I'm like, how would I fit into that? So she basically invited me to come along. I said yes. And essentially off of my radar screen, I then had a reason to use my voucher, and I was going somewhere warm. I was always thinking Las Vegas or Miami South Beach or something like that, but Playa del Carmen and Cancun definitely worked out as well. So that's just like one small example. However, it feels like a big example after being here. One example how you get or become what you think about, or have what you think about most of the time, or think either consistently or very powerfully about. So I've experienced that with many other things in my life, other experiences. It's a very powerful fact for me. Some think it's just a theory. However, it is actually called the law of attraction because it's a law. And just to be able to spend time here in this beautiful resort along the beach, with the waves crashing in, and spending time at Cozumel, which is across the way over there, for a day, playing with the stingrays and just having a great time, relaxing time. It was fantastic. And I've really come to know that the law of attraction is a law. And some people know of it, they understand the concepts, but it's a different story to actually apply the concepts in your life. As many of you know who know me, to know and not to do is not to know. And many people know of the law of attraction. They understand the concepts, the constructs, the beliefs surrounding it. But if they're not really, or if I'm not really applying it, I wouldn't really know it. And again, to know and not to do is not to know. So just kind of notice for yourself where you're saying, either out loud or in your mind, oh, I know that. Well, do you really know it in the sense that you're actually doing it and applying it and getting the results in your life that you want? Because if you're not getting the results, you don't really know it. And that's not a bad thing, just something to look at, something to work on if you choose to. Just an exercise. It's something that took me, probably a good year and a half or maybe even 2 to get better at, and I'm still working on it. Because if I'm not growing as a person or in my mind, I'm essentially dying, like a plant or anything in nature. If it's not growing, it's going to be dying. So I'm always looking to expand my knowledge, and more importantly, my ability to apply that knowledge. So I find that's the most important thing, because I wouldn't say that knowledge is power, because knowledge is not power if you don't remember it and if you don't use it. Otherwise, it's just information. That's nice to hear, but if you're not actually remembering it and applying it, it's not really powerful. It's just random facts that you know or think that you know. And one last thing I'll leave you with relating to the law of attraction. It is, what you think about most of the time, but also what I've realized, it's what I feel about most of the time. So it's, am I feeling upset, angry, happy, blissful, excited? Whatever that feeling is, that's vibrating as a frequency out into the universe, the ether, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, universal consciousness. And it's going out and it's finding and attracting situations, people, circumstances, and events that are going to match that vibration that I'm emanating myself. So I have to be really careful what I'm feeling, because I know if I'm feeling bad, I'm going to get other situations in my life that are going to have me feel bad or influence me to feel bad. And I don't want that. I want to feel good. But in order to have good things to happen in your life, guess what? Feel good. Feel good now. If you can't feel good now, at least feel a little bit better. Because whatever you're feeling, whether you're right or wrong based on the circumstance, if somebody, hit you with their car and you're totally legally, correct and they are wrong, if you still feel bad, the universe doesn't really know or care that they were wrong and you were right. It just is responding to your vibration. So if it's feeling bad that you got run into, okay, you might be right in the human being way, but you're going to be attracting to you more reasons to feel unhappy or not good. So you could somehow reframe that situation like, well, it wasn't really ideal that I had a car accident, but somehow I know this is going to work out to my advantage. There will be some equivalent benefit. There's a seed of equivalent benefit in this situation. And don't worry about knowing how that will be or when that will be or what that situation is. Just know that it is. And again, there's that word know, again, K-N-O-W. Because you're not going to know in that moment or ever how that's going to work out for you. It may take days, weeks, months, or years to know why that is. Just know that it is. And believe me, things will happen that will be absolutely crazy, insane, make no sense whatsoever that will happen to you that are going to be awesome that you cannot have foreshadowed based on what's been going on, based on that maybe so-called crappy situation. So no matter what's going on, just know that somehow it is working to your advantage. Why? Well, because you say so. You literally determine everything that happens in your life. And that's a bit of a challenge, as it was for me even up to a few months ago. But as I've practiced that concept and applied that concept and then seen the results in my life, I now know that concept. I know that law, that it works. And I don't know necessarily how it works, and that's okay. I just know that it works. So that's all I got for now. I'm going to go up to the room, shower, get something to eat, get my shuttle to the airport, and then I'll be off to JFK. If anybody wants to stop by and give me a lift from JFK to Queens to pick up my car today, that'd be great. And that's about it. So signing off from one of the beaches of the world. I'll give you one last view. Jonathan August, Cancun, Mexico. Hopefully I'll see you all soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.